probably the first time I reviewed a Nothing phone on this channel, and I've gotta say, I'm impressed. The Nothing Phone 3A is just as affordable as the previous Nothing Phone 2A. So one question I had while making this is, can budget phones be just as good, if not better, than most flagship phones? Well, if you're wondering the same thing or you're just curious about the end result, please stay until the end. Something I've always admired about the Nothing Phone's design is everything, to be honest. Its design, when you look at it up close, is very reminiscent to a circuit board. To me, that's what makes it stand out. You even have the small LEDs around the camera. Looking at the camera specs for the 3A, this holds a 3-camera system, including a 50 megapixel main camera, the standard for most phones nowadays, a 50 megapixel telephoto camera, an 8 megapixel ultra wide camera, and a 32 megapixel selfie camera. Its display has a brightness capacity of 3000 nits, so you have this super bright display to control glare from the sun, and it has a standardized 120Hz refresh rate for super smooth animations. Now, the Pro makes things a lot more interesting. The camera layout makes the phone look like a spaceship, and I think it looks better than the regular 3A. And it has a 50 megapixel front-facing camera that supports 4K video. So you have that insane detail and clarity when taking selfies or video from your front camera that you do on your back cameras. Instead of a single 50 megapixel main camera, it's broken into two 50 megapixel periscope and shake-free cameras. And you're probably thinking, what does that even mean? The periscope telephoto lens helps achieve higher levels of optical zoom, a minimum of 5 times optical zoom, and the shake-free lens just suggests a ton of image or sensor shift stabilization technology packed into that lens for more stable videos while running, biking, or doing video close-ups. Of course, it would be better if you had all three, but the camera specs are a significant improvement from the base model 3A. And already, just based on the camera specs, this feels too good to be a budget phone. Both of them have the Snapdragon 7S Gen 3 processor that was announced in August 2024. It supports 5G and it has an 8-core CPU. This is the processor that you will probably see in a lot of mid-range phones in 2025 and beyond. Well, until there's like a Snapdragon 9 series chipset, and a 7 goes from just enough to not enough. The enhanced camera specs also means this phone has 6 times lossless zoom quality and up to 60 times ultra zoom when taking pictures or recording video. So you could agree its cameras are already better than the Pixel 9 Pro, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and so on. But then it goes even further by integrating AI into its processors for more accurate color depictions and introducing the Nothing standard of true-to-life photography. Now, keep in mind, you may or may not see a big difference between their cameras until you start zooming into images. The difference in image quality becomes significantly more apparent. I think both phones do a good job with creating vibrant images without oversaturating them and creating those harsh shadows. So if you're one of those people who use camera filters for more vibrant images, there's absolutely no need with the 3A and 3A Pro. The 3A series also comes with 20 gig RAM boosters for this line of phones. By the way, new button. It's called the Essential key. So you know Apple's action button that was introduced to the iPhone 15 series? This is basically the action button for the Nothing phone. One press captures a screenshot of what's on your phone, a long press allows you to record your voice, and the double press gives you access to the Essential space. The Essential space is basically a way for the phone's built-in AI to organize screenshots and voice recordings, then create detailed to-do lists, new ideas for inspiration, make new reminders, and even transcribe audio from meetings based on the stored content. So if I had one of these phones, I would definitely be using this feature often. When it comes to aesthetics and overall GUI, Nothing does a great job at making themselves stand out. They have this plain, pixelated look on their interface which somehow looks really good. And for some reason, you can share widgets with other people. That's probably the one feature I still don't understand. And the active smart drawer allows you to organize your apps in small groups or rows based on what purpose they serve. So instead of manually organizing your apps, the Nothing Phone 3A does it for you. So aside from all that, no other apparent changes compared to the previous Nothing 2A, but I will say this phone has far exceeded my expectations. This is probably the best mid-range smartphone as of right now. So give it up for the Nothing Phone 2A. And before you go, there is one more feature I want to show you. If you press and hold both volume buttons along with the power button, you'll receive this. That's all. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.